We've got the top 10 biggest surprises in fantasy basketball coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. We're going to count down the top 10 biggest surprises for this year so far in the NBA. If you like this type of content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we drop an episode. If you have somebody you think might be deserving to be on this list, make sure to add that in the comments down below. This episode is brought to you in part by Thrive Fantasy. Use the promo code BEATTHEODDS to double your first deposit match up to $250. And if you bet on Kyrie Irving scoring 1 point, and he does in today's game, then you win. All right, let's start the list at number 10. We have Dennis Schroeder, projected 13th round at the start of the season. 6-round total so far on 31 minutes, 15.6 points, 3 rebounds, 7.3 assists, 1.8 threes, 1 steal, 0.2 blocks, and 1.8 turnovers per game on 44% shooting from the field and 83% from the line. Now, Schroeder was seen by many as a fill-in at point guard in Toronto after the departure of Fred VanVleet. Scotty Barnes and to some extent Pascal Siakam were projected to be the main facilitators on the team. Now, if you were banking on Schroeder's success in the World Cup this season, I would say good on you. He's been a positive contributor in guard-specific categories, and he currently leads the team in assists. Let's go to number 9. We have Deni Avdija, projected in the 13th round in drafts. He's currently returning 6th-round value as well in 27 minutes, 12.7 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 1.2 threes, 1.2 steals, 0.4 blocks, and 1.5 turnovers per game, 53% shooting from the field and 77% from the line. Deni was walking a fine line towards obscurity when we didn't see the progression that many of us were banking on last season. This year, however, with a weak lineup, we are starting to see Avdija's skill set. He plays consistent ball on a team with volatile scoring options, and as a result, his minutes are starting to climb. He's topped 30 minutes 4 times this season, and all of them within the last couple of weeks. Up next, we have Jonas Valanciunas at number 8, projected to go 10th round in the preseason drafts. He's currently returning 4th round value in 25 minutes, 13.4 points, 8.7 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.8 threes, 0.4 steals, 1.7 blocks, 1.4 turnovers per game on 54% shooting from the field and 85% from the line. Now, truthfully, I'd be selling high on JV, but you have to be impressed with how he has started the season. In only 25 minutes per game, he's returning 4th round value on solid production and percentages, and he's averaging a career high 1.7 blocks per game. Now, it's doubtful that JV's minutes will go up. He only averaged 30 minutes per game in one season, and that was the season in New Orleans with Zion off the court. All right, let's go to number 7. We have Herbert Jones, projected to go 9th round in many leagues. He's currently returning 3rd round value in 31 minutes, 11.6 points, 4.3 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.1 threes, 2 steals, 1.6 blocks, 1.2 turnovers, 52% shooting from the field and 88% from the line. Another piece to the Pelican puzzle that flies under the radar is, of course, Herb Jones. He is working his way into some early Defensive Player of the Year conversations due to the fact that he ranks 3rd in the league in stocks of 3.6 per game. Herbert Jones owners know better than to expect much in the way of scoring, but he actually won't hurt you there, and he's sporting elite percentages from both the field and the line. Okay, to number 6 we go. We have Chris Paul. He was projected to go in the 9th round in a lot of drafts, currently returning 5th round value, 29 minutes per game, 9.8 points, 3.9 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1.3 threes, 1.7 steals, 0.1 blocks, and 1.2 turnovers per game, 40% shooting from the field, 92% from the line. Now, there's a lot of chatter concerning how Golden State was going to best use CP3 in their lineups. We are kind of starting to see how that system might work. In the last 3 games, Chris Paul has scored 14 points per game, chipping in almost 5 rebounds, and had a Halliburton-like 31.2 assist to turnover ratio. Many that passed on CP3, myself included, are probably kicking themselves now. To number 5 we go. We have Paul George. He was currently projected to go 3rd round, and he's producing 1st round numbers so far this year on 34 minutes, 24.8 points, 5.7 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 3.3 threes, 2.3 steals, 0.2 blocks, and 2.9 turnovers per game, 48% shooting from the field and 94% from the line. It seems as though the Clippers are becoming more strict with their load management. Those who drafted PG-13 got a discount on draft day because it was difficult to envision him playing more than 60 games this season. Well, he's well on his way to smash that, and his production has returned 1st round value. Enjoy it for as long as he's on the hardwood. Let's go to number 4. We have LeBron James. He was going in the 3rd round in most drafts, putting up first round value now. 34 minutes per game, 26.4 points, 8.2 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2.2 threes, 1.7 steals, 0.8 blocks, 4 turnovers, and 59% shooting from the field and 69% from the line. I am in awe of what LeBron has been able to accomplish so far in his age 39 season. There was talk of limiting his minutes this season, but we haven't really seen that yet. His 1.7 steals per game this season is his best rate since his 2012 season with the Heat. Hopefully he'll be able to log 60 games this year as well. It would only mark the 2nd time he's done that with the Lakers. Let's go to number 3. We have Scottie Barnes. He was projected to go in the 5th round, returning high 2nd round value. In 34 minutes per game, he has 20.1 points, 8.9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 threes, 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks, 2.5 turnovers on 48% shooting from the field and 76% from the line. Now, Scottie was a solid pickup at round 5, as many were expecting the offense to run through him this season. He has shouldered that load and more as he leads his team in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks, and he's 2nd currently in assists. That has vaulted him on the cusp of the 1st round in this for this season here, and he's going to be in the mix for the most improved player this year as the season comes to a close. To number 2, we have Chet Holmgren. Was going in the 5th round in many drafts. He's currently putting up 2nd round value. 30 minutes per game, 17 points, 7.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, 1.6 threes, 0.9 steals, 2.1 blocks, and 2.5 turnovers per game on 57% shooting from the field and 91% from the line. Chet's having a better start than Wemby. Well, according to fantasy rankings, he certainly has, turning in 2nd round value as opposed to Wemby's 4th round. Now, counting stats all will favor Wembanyama, but Chet's percentages are elite, and he's likely going to stay up that high because he's not the focal point of his team's offense. If he gets a full year, he could go off the board in round 1 next year. And finally, at number 1, we have Tyrese Maxey. He was going in the 4th round in many drafts. He's currently putting up high 1st round values. 38 minutes per game, 26.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 7.1 assists, 3.5 threes, 0.8 steals, 0.8 blocks, 1.5 turnovers per game on 48% shooting from the field and 95% from the line. Harden's departure from Philadelphia was exactly what both the 76ers and Tyrese Maxey needed. He has been an absolute offensive juggernaut, a 9-category stud, and he's earned his spot in fantasy thanks to the freedom he has to run his offense. He boasts an almost 5-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio and shoots over 95% on free throws with almost 5 attempts per game. Congrats to all the managers who took a chance on Maxey this year. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so already. We're going to sign off for now, but we are going to catch you guys on the next episode.